Thank you for joining us today in support of adult literacy in Chatham County. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. It is awesome to see all of you. Happy Wednesday, so many smiling faces. And their Chatham Literacy tutors, Linda and Dennis. So let's give them a round of applause. Linda and Dennis, would you please come up? You are next on the program.
Thank you very much. Give us just a minute to get a couple of our folks up here. Okay, we want to tell you a little bit about a new class that we've been doing with Chatham Trades. First, I want to ask you some questions. Did you know that the T-Rex probably had lips and you couldn't see those ferocious looking teeth under their lips? Did you know that in Germany you can buy ice cream with crickets? Cricket ice cream? Do you know the difference between dromedary and Bactrian camels? I'm saying some people do. Yeah. Did you know there's a city in Nigeria that has the most twins of any other place in the world? Okay. So if you were in our Chatham Literacy News for You class at Chatham Trades, you would know about these things and much more. Chatham Trades provides employment and vocational training for adults. In recent years, continuing education for Chatham Trades consumers was provided by the local community college. However, this opportunity is no longer available. At this same event last spring, a year ago, Sean Pope, the executive director of Chatham Trades, sought out Vicki and asked about assistance from Chatham Literacy for her consumers, her workers. Dennis and I, as volunteers and the staff of the two organizations, have worked collaboratively to develop a pilot program to help Chatham Trades consumers who wish to participate enhance their literacy skills. We did a 6-week pilot program last November with 14 Chatham Trades workers. I'm going to turn this over to my co-tutor, Dennis.
All right, so we've got a couple of our students here that want to tell us a little bit about what they like about the class and what are some of their favorite stories. So we'll start with Anita. You want to tell us a little bit about what you like about the class? All right, what do you like most about the class, Anita?
I like to read.
I like to read. What's your favorite story?
Minister Doodle House.
Doodle House. All right, that was a story about an artist that doodled his whole house. Thanks, Amanda. This is Rosemary. So, Rosemary, tell us what you like most about the class. Tell us about
Read.
Read. You like your classmates?
Yes, everybody.
And your friends all in the same room, right?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, and you like the dinosaurs.
A doggy show.
That's cute. The dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Rosemary. Tabitha, tell us a little bit about what you like about the class.
She enjoys the class. She says she loves and enjoys the class.
Is there anything in particular you like, a story that you like a lot?
She loves to read.
Very good. So thank you very much. I just wanted you to see some of our students.
So I drove all around looking for a 5, and I couldn't find it. That's when I realized 5th was a word, and I couldn't read it. I couldn't find it. That's the only time I ever cried in my life. I just pulled off the road in my truck and sat there and cried. I was 8 hours away from home, and it was getting dark. That was pitiful. Finally, I had to ask somebody, and it turned out I was sitting right at it. I could see it. I felt so bad I didn't even stay the night. After I did my business, I drove on back, and I was down all the way home. I was so blue. I felt the worst I've ever felt. There was a grown man trying to make a living in such a state. And so then I loved this woman who was a famous, locally famous ballad singer named Florida Sloan. And he didn't want her to learn to read and write. Her husband did not. And so she never enrolled in the literacy programs until after the death of her husband. And then she could write her songs down. You know, they were all in her head before that. She was just wonderful. So she said, I always thought of myself as a bean planted in a garden, and then someone put a big rock on top of me, so I could not get out of the ground. Now, I've gotten my driver's license, and I can write my own checks. I'll write you one, honey, if you want me to.
Well, thank you very much for joining us today, and have a safe trip home, and thank you for your continued support of Chatham Literacy. Let's give it up.